Hello everybody, it's Monday night. It should be Sunday. I missed Sunday, didn't I? Didn't get back from Liverpool in time. But welcome everybody, I see there's a couple of you joined. We're going to do some times trials tonight, which we would have done yesterday. Effectively, I got back fairly late last night with the traffic and the weather. It was pretty grim. And I just think it was too late to stream. So today we're going to do what we would have done yesterday. Hopefully we'll get some golds. So let's have a look at where we are. No particular warm-up today. I've done a stack of warm-up. Controller has decided to quit out. We can't do the Mercedes AMD Virtual Championship hot laps at Laguna Seca. Gonna have to do that offline because for whatever reason I always get a copyright strike. Sir in Croatian means cheese. How cheesy. Need to change my stream info. Why? I've already changed it. My stream info says Sim Racer Sweden. My Steam info says Monday time trial. Gran Turismo 7. I already changed it. If you just press F5, take another look, you'll see it's changed. I admit, when I started the stream with Twitch, I could do, but for some reason Twitch has decided to leave my desktop. And yeah, it was when I started ETS2. But don't worry, if you press F5, it'll be correct. Don't worry. But thank you for raising it. I do know about it. I need to be a bit more professional. Get that moved on. So, as I was saying, the Mercedes AMG Sport Virtual Championship hot laps, I can't do online. Good evening, Wilkie. I can't do it. It's it puts a strike, copyright strike on my channel every time I do that, and it's something about the event and NASCAR, and it doesn't want me posting it. So they're getting all the revenue from those, and I have to put a challenge in. It doesn't work. So we're silver on there. We are some, yeah, 121.611. So we're 0.4 away. Good evening, sir. We're 0.4 of a second away from that. I don't think we're far away, but I'm going to do that quietly tomorrow night. Spa 231.6 we've done, and we need to find 1.3 seconds to get gold. We've had some advice from Serious Sam Suzuka. 152, and we need a 150. So we need 1.5 seconds there. 9 days to go. So no stress with Suzuka. I've done that. I could probably, we'll probably start there actually, because it's got the least pressure, hasn't it? And Bathurst, which I've driven a bit of Bathurst today, we are 0.2 inside that time. We should be good. That finishes on Thursday, so happy days. We start, no, we're going to start with, excuse me, still got this horrendous cough and chest. Can't do anything about it. We're going to start Spa. So, have to use their car. And what have we got to find? See if I can remember it without having to come out when we're anywhere near. We need to find, I'm in the top 8,000 with a 231. And we need to find 230.3. 230.3 and we're good. Settings. Traction control 1, ABS weak. Sam's told me ABS default here all day. Counter steer assistance is on strong. I'm going to leave those two on for now. And then we'll play with them as they come off. I've got Sam's control set on. And go from there. We're a long way down the table, aren't we? 15th, just behind Fatman. And we're just going to try and get to gold. So let's go with it. The advice from Sam is brake balance all the way to the rear and rev it out. Now I think the brake balance to the rear thing is all about the car's going to turn, but you have to kind of slide it. I haven't put a ghost on, have I? I can't get the car to turn at all when I've got the brake balance to the rear. It's absolutely horrendous. That might be counter steer actually that's doing that, so let's turn counter steer off. Because counter steer does that, doesn't it? It stops the slide, so let's turn the counter steer. .130, 163, we're not 233. So we've got to follow the process. The thing that counter steer does is it stops me facing the wrong way in a gravel trap. But we've got to put that behind us today. Car probably hasn't got the pump to do that, so let's see where we go. Still haven't put my mods on. I noticed Fanatec have released an update for the wheel disconnecting issue, but I haven't applied it yet. My fault. I don't. Here's the thing, right? They've said they've not found the answer, but they've released an update on the questionable part that it might improve things. I've got it so it's relatively stable. I disconnect probably once every couple of days, and for the majority of the time it's absolutely fine, but it has got a disconnect issue. They've released an update that they say they haven't found the answer. Do I want to apply that update? No, not really. So I'm not really convinced I want to apply an update that doesn't contain the fix. I appreciate that there might be some sort of something in there that helps, but I'll wait for feedback. Look at the way that thing turns in with that brake balance to the rear. Not as quick as my Ghost though, but that comes down to me coming through Eau Rouge at the wrong pace. Don't worry about the traction control being on either. Chihuahua. There we go. That's the reason we use counter steer. But he did say it's a frustrating test and it will take you a little while to get it. But Sam's been breaking records all day. He's now world #1 on 3 of the human comedies. I don't suppose I'll be going to the human comedies. Not very much. We'll be going to the human comedy come second. Got to find a way to get faster. Being beaten by Sam every day. Shit the bed. Good evening, Scampster. Welcome, sir. No envisaged update from GT7 for this month. Looks like we're going to be sans update. No update for the end of August. There'll be no new cars, no extras, no add-ons. Just going to be time trials and the World Series when it comes along, one guesses. Absolute junkster. Well, this one's going to be annoying, isn't it? can't get through Eau Rouge. Evening, Azza. I think I'm going to go back to my setup and my process rather than doing what the fast guy's doing. The fast guy is setting world-breaking top times. We're trying to get gold. We don't need to drive the way he drives. So following Sam's advice is fine if you're capable and have the skill to do what Sam does. But if you haven't got that skill, you haven't got that reaction time, then there's absolutely no point in trying to drive like an elite racer. You're just not going to be able to do it. So assists, counter steer goes back to strong, ABS goes to weak. And the brake balance goes to the front. And we'll be able to get through the corners. We won't, you know, we won't. We won't be able to get through the corners. We were trying to go too quickly. All we need to do is find 1.3 seconds. I can't drive like Sam does. I won't ever profess, won't ever claim to. What we've just got to do is find the way we're comfortable with, within our control, get to the goal point. Yeah, brake too late, that was my fault. Steering wheel is pulling to the left. I have to say though, I'm not a massive fan of the last update. It's made it harder for me. Also not a fan of them wiping the times. That's annoyed the poop out of me, to be honest. Although I think I've found one they missed. Tomorrow's video will highlight that to you. Probably got a screenshot I can share with you for tomorrow's video, which will be alright. But I'm not annoyed at Sam, I'm just annoyed at the fact that there's a massive gulf between my talent and his talent, and I just can't drive the way he does, and I can't get any benefit from the way he drives. It just tells me I'm not going to be an elite racer. I guess at 50, I guess we have to realise I'm past it anyway. I'm not going to have the reactions, I'm not going to have the skills, I'm not going to have that level of quality to be able to do that. But to get gold, I should be relatively easy all day. It should be there. And what's annoyed me and frustrated me about the last update is it's made that even more of a challenge, and it's not a challenge I seem to relish. My desire to get and beat that ghost is sort of, what's the word? It's trying to find the right word without swearing. AKBT, just cracked the wobble knob. I'm using a Fanatec DD Plus with a GT Extreme wheel. Diminishing. Yeah, I don't know whether that is genuinely just GT7 or whether it's me wishing for something more. You know, am I feeling defeated by GT7? You know? Because my assumption is they didn't just release a series of updates, or this update with a set of new physics changes. They've tested it, they've tried it, they've given it to racers to test and try out. They've got a group of testers who have gone through this and said, no, actually that feels more real, that's what we want, that's the way we want to race. I guess they've done that. And not, you flunk tunk. Not being part of that group. You don't get to put the input and say, actually, mate, it's rubbish. Hey, Robert. So KBT33, the other part of the equation is I'm using Fanatec pedals, version 3 inverted. I've got brake mod to fit, and I've also got an extra damper to fit on the throttle pedal. Again, replicating Sam's advice on what I should do. Everything I want to do, I can't do because effectively Sam tells me it's not about driving a real car. Maybe drive like a real driver. Maybe drive like a dipsy. Robert says the last update has definitely made using a controller more difficult. Trail braking seems a lot more sensitive. Yeah, trail braking actually has less effect on a wheel racer. Talking with Sam about it, the benefit you get more is to just come off the brake, come off the throttle, and let the car roll through the corner. Don't apply brake, let the car do it. Yeah, the pedals are about the best part of this setup, and the pedals will go with me to another rig when I get it. So for anybody that's interested, the next rig is on its way. It's not on its way. The planning process is in place. We have approval from the bank manager. So we're getting a whole new PC setup, and that'll start the avalanche of the Moser setup, and we will get another rig to put everything on. So we'll have a Fanatec setup and a Moser setup, and once Fanatec get this wheel back, we will start to use it once they get it back on track and get the updates done. Yeah, so the information from Sam, who is extremely quick, is brake early and let the car roll and slide through the corner and apply the throttle later. It is another S10 toke. Yes, it is. S10 joke. Yes. It's the same circuit. It's a dry track on hard tyres. Racing tyres on a dry track. What frustrates me about it, and if you notice I'm trying to stay constructive, I'm not trying to be negative at it, even though the whole thing is about me feeling to be absolutely miffed off with it, is the fact that I can't get any closer to the ghost I set 2 weeks ago. I can't get any closer, and even when I go to Sam's setup and do it the way Sam says, I can't get any closer. I can't seem to improve, and the whole process we're talking about, the process, isn't working, and it hasn't been working since the new update. The new update has broken my process, and I don't know whether that's because I'm at a plateau, I'm at the point of breaking through and becoming faster, or is it because, I don't know. It's a really good question actually, as to what stage am I at. I'm just repeating, going through all the stuff that we've done before through the game, and nothing seems to be a massive challenge. Well, It is. You've seen the video. You won't. Have you seen the video for today? Have I? Yeah, I have. You've got today's video, which is Lego Majuri and the Human Comedy. I'm trying a completely new car, and I found it a struggle. I had my brain convinced I was on schedule to hit the 31 laps, and then turns out I got the maths wrong in my head. I was a lap out, so I was doing the maths all wrong. Came off the brakes there and just let the car roll in, and it was much quicker but slower out. The other thing that's wildly different is that when Sam says stuff, he says it with an air of knowing, which you'd expect because he's done it, he knows what he's doing. But I'm sure there's 1,000 little bits that he doesn't tell you that he doesn't think are important that he is actually doing. So, quite interesting. Quite interesting to work the psychological side of it and try and understand what the difference is. I don't think I braked too late there. I just think that was traction loss. Today morning I watched Rory, yeah it's Rory, to do the time trials. He even called one guy and he didn't get near the time, yeah. He even called the number one guy, yeah. It's a massive adjustment phase, and if I'm struggling, I know you guys are struggling. Scampy's just said there it's difficult. Robert says it's difficult on controller. Scampy's been house sitting and trying to drive user controller. Oh mate. Auto or manual? Controller manuals. Controller auto's got to be the hardest way. So we're going to work it up. We've gone 233, we've gone 232, we're putting in consecutive laps. We're on our control method, the one we can drive, not the Sam edge of a razor balance your way to the end setup. Manual, obviously manual, yes. Everyone does has their own limits, you're 100% right, and what I've been trying to teach everybody for the last 2 years, year and a half, is it 2 years, a year and a half? It's 2 years now, isn't it? 2.5 years. Is that everybody's got the capability and the skill to get gold. Everybody. And up until this update, I've been able to do it. But they've taken it away from me. They've taken the gold away from me, and I can't get there. I haven't got it on any time trial other than Bathurst. And I normally get gold by jumping into my own car and making changes to my own car. But now all of these tests are all in rented cars that you can't adjust. So it really is, there's no advantage for me to use something there's no tool for me to manipulate to help me get there. It's got to come down to skill. And I'm not knocking myself. I'm not being a bad YouTuber here. All I'm trying to say is there comes a point where I have to claim that I'm just not good enough anymore to do this. They've made the game change, and I've got to learn to adapt, and that's what we're going through now. It's a massive change. My brain doesn't understand what they're asking me to do to get back to gold. And I don't know how that's going to filter back to Gran Turismo people. But there's no need to have easy, medium or hard. This is hard. But the focus has now got to be on how do we conquer it and what do we do? Drive like Sam. But we know that's not going to be the case because can't do it. Evening, Thomas. I'm driving the Honda RA Formula car, 1960 odd, whatever it was. We're doing a time trial at Spa. I've just blown that. Let's see if I can chase it down now. It's harder for older people, absolutely, and I'm not getting any younger, am I? Not getting any younger at all. Feels like a waste of time doing this lap. Sam says to coast the corners, but I can't get the car to coast. It just slows down. Now, you've got a very good point. Gold has become platinum, yes. Is silver now my gold? I'm not happy with that, though. I'm not happy with silver. My brain says to me I've got to drive on and get it, and there's no lessons for me to take apart from to watch Sam and feel inferior. You know? He's I'm starting to think that it's all about settings now. It's all about, and I've always thought it, to be honest. I've always thought the fastest guy's on better equipment. The gear switches sound so satisfying. Let me see. Yeah, it's quite clinical, isn't it? There's no real gearbox whine. You can't hear that kind of touring car gearbox cross-cut cogs sound. I can't hear it, so yeah, it's very electronic motor, early Honda. So what we've got to do is just get better, learn. Where do we lose against our ghost here? I did wish for platinum. But I wish they'd done that. Not going to do it, Scamster. Not going to do it because I can't drive the way they drive. Can't do it. I'm not going to take myself over and watch their YouTube channels. I don't have it. I don't have the time. Because I'm either driving to work, cooking for my missus, doing the washing, or YouTube streaming or making videos. I generally don't have time to sit and do it. No, mate, we don't drift in GT7. Drifting is not for me. It is not. I'm going to say this in the plainest English I can understand. It is not racing. Drifting is burning up tyres, and it's not my game. I can appreciate it might be for some, but I don't drift. Don't drift at all. Don't get it. The only time I drift is when the counter steer fails. And I apologise if you are into drifting. It's just my thing. Drifting isn't my bag. But I can't sit and watch other people's videos. I just don't have time to do it. I don't have time to go through and then realise it's about skill and technique that I just can't gain. There we go. Absolute horse poop. You like it from the rear view? Yeah, thankfully. I'm never doing those drift missions again. They were horrible. They were painful. It took me over a year and a half to get that final one. And I suppose you could translate what I'm experiencing now to that drift mission. That drift mission made absolutely no sense to me. I could not control the car the way it needed to be to score those points. That drift mission was horrible. I couldn't get the car to feel like it should do. In the 2 or 3 previous missions, we had... I've just realised something. I was on Sam's wheel setup. Yeah, I've done all those missions. They were a heart. Oh, I was on Sam's setup. Now the car feels like it wants to go. I've gone back to my setup. Now it feels like the car's being driven properly. I'm not knocking Sam. Sam's a phenomenal driver. Drifting in GT7, I honestly can't tell you. I don't drift in real life, so I don't know. Good morning, Doug. Welcome, buddy. It's 9 p.m. here in the UK. How is sunny Brisbane? You guys are just coming out of winter. You'll be waking up to the sun shining and it being on its way to warming up. What cars do you guys recommend getting above Telium critics? You want something from the 70s to 90s era? No, absolutely not. The 917K is not a car you want to drive. No downforce, no grip, no traction. The cars you want are the Mazda 767B. Is that the right one? Yeah. You want... I need to go and show you. We'll come out of this because it's not pleasing me for a minute, but I'll take you back to... take you somewhere. 787B, that's the one. So if you're wanting to buy some decent cars, 10 million credits, let's go somewhere as fast as we can go. The cars you want are the following. Car type. Oh, stop it. Car type. Car class. Car category. GR2. No. Car type. They're going to be what GR are they? They're GR1, aren't they? There we go. So you want the the R92 CP92, 787B. The Jaguar's pretty decent. The Mercedes C9 is good. The 787B is the car to have. If you've got that, you're good. The 92 CP is good. The Porsche 962 is also decent. The original paint job is better. Is more representative of what you know. It's not better. This is JB paint job, but yeah, they're the four. They're the four. The CLK for the 700 and 800 PP. Yeah, they're decent shouts. I wish this would just stop bouncing all over the place. Change car. Car category GR2. But you were looking specifically 70s to 90s car, weren't you? So the CLK LM fits in there. That's a decent car. The GT1, the Toyota TS020, is a 99 car, so it fits in the 90s. That's absolutely awesome. It's a phenomenal car, and it will win you 950 PP races all day long. Doug ran out of player credits. Oh, no worries, Doug. That's unlucky. Running out of credits. That's a shame. But yeah, this is a decent car. Always wished for this back in the game. Right, back to the time trial. And I'm trying to kill the cough with medicine. Now here's a question, folks. New PC. Do I wait for the 50 series graphics card, or do I just go in with the 4090? The price is not going to get any cheaper. The 50 series are going to come in, and it'll be a weaker card to start with, won't it? The 50 series will come in at, I don't know, 2,100 quid, 2,100 euros, whatever it's going to be. If I go 4090, as high as I can possibly go, it's 1,800. And that's going to set me up for 4 years, I would suggest. So that's what I'm going to do, I think. I'm going to stick with AMD. Yeah. Go settings, that one. No. Why did I just do that? My brain is dead. Right. 50 series will be wet. Yes, it will. So I'm going to go PCIe 5 on the motherboard. I'm going to go DDR5 Dominator. It's going to be a whole Corsair rig because I'm already Corsair at the minute. No, don't worry about it. I know Wilkie's eyes will go, whoa. I've got a budget, which I've already overspent. And it's just my missus has said, wait for the 50 series and get the 50 series. The Jag's decent. The Jag's decent. I'm gonna go 7950 X3D. I'm not gonna go 9 series processor. I'm gonna go 7 series because I know the graphics card is gonna take the load. It's going to be all M2 drive, so I'm going to go a single terabyte for my hard drive for the operating system, and any primary games will be loaded onto the primary drive. Yeah, mine is just 4 years old this month. August, it's 4 years old, so paid cash for it last time with my redundancy money. This time I'm going to take it on the knock. At 100 quid a month, it's not going to be a major outlay. The YouTube channel will pay for it. If it keeps growing the way it does, that is. It should be. I mean, I'm going to go in 3 layers lower than the best. So I should be going 9 series, but I'm going 7 series. And the only reason I'm doing it is £500 difference. And the X3D should do it. It's a 750 with DDR3. Well, I've still got a computer that's got a 760 in, a GT 760. That is running a server quite happily, and I've swapped the memory off the PC to be using the graphics card memory, and it's running a DayZ server for 20 people quite admirably. It's doing quite well. I do have the ability. I'm already gaming 4K on my current PC, but I will be going. Well, I'll be going 8K. I would suggest, but I won't have the monitor to support it. It's quad 4K, my current PC, so it's running 5120 by 1440 plus 3 more screens. But I'll also have the ability to run my 5 screen setup on the new PC. So I've just hit those wobble knobs. Oh, come on. But the price, yeah, I want to be a bit humble about it, but the price is ridiculous. If you go in at the level you want to and you go all singing, all dancing, and you know it's for 4 years, it's £1,000 a year, effectively. 1,200 quid a year, ish. £100 a month. Not paying a mass amount of interest. But like I say, the YouTube channel will pay for it. It'll cover the costs at least, and that's what it's there for. So why did I go up that curb? I let off the throttle, didn't I? I let off the throttle and the front end turned in. Ah. So the whole real reason Widdowmaker Racing, I don't know if you know us, Thomas. If you're relatively new in the game, you've just encountered a guy, Widdowmaker, me, Jim, who started off making YouTube videos for GT7, showing people how to get gold on all the missions, all the challenges, all the tests. And after about, well, it was about 8 or 9 months of doing that, somebody messaged me and says, "Are you going to start live streaming? Because I want to hear you talk, I want to see you do stuff. Show us on live." So I set off doing some live streams and got a regular group of 20 people or so following the live streams. And tonight is not a regular live stream night. I'm making up for the fact that yesterday I was away with the missus and travelling and didn't get back in time to do the stream. So tonight's a backup. So what we did is I set up a couple of nights where I would do some racing with the viewers. And from back in the day, people like Az, who's in the chat here now, Scampy from a long time ago, because he's old, Wilkie from a fair while ago, he doesn't participate, but he watches and gets involved and chats. Opera's been watching for a long time and supports the channel. We set up a Tuesday and Friday night race night where the guys come and enjoy some racing without all the hassle of the online event. So a lot of the guys do the weekly challenges, a lot of the guys do the online racing, a lot of the guys do the lobbies. You're not as old as you. So all the online stuff is there for you to do, and you get out of it what you put into it. I don't particularly enjoy racing open lobbies, and I also don't enjoy... Oh yeah, Dorian. Forgot about Dorian, the strategy guy. Dorian is Toto. He's my right-hand man, or Bono. Bono or Toto, I would suggest. He's more Bono than Toto, I would think. But we set up this group of guys who get together on a Tuesday and a Friday night, and we race because we were absolutely fed up with going into the online dailies and getting punched off the track or bunched off the track or penaltied out of the track by somebody else wrecking. Yeah, you won't earn credits from online daily racing, but what you will do is you'll get your driver racing, and to get your driver rating up to B, up to A is a challenge. I got mine to B 2 years ago, and I really haven't bothered with trying to get it higher. I know I'm probably an A, I'm probably not an A+, but I can't get through that frustration level of getting smashed off the track by people. It just absolutely does my head in. So Opera did it for Platinum. Yeah, that's cool. So if you want to get credits, and the way to get credits up quickly and to earn what you do is to A, when you're starting out, do the... Christ. I missed my breaking point. Do the circuit experience. Yeah, we all do PSN. We've all got a group. There's a group called Widdowmaker Racing. The only way to get into it is to friend me. So it's Widdowmaker 10144. I go into here. If ABS is strong, or I don't know what to put. I've got it on ABS weak. Sam says default for here. So with PSN, I run the lobbies. So I arrange 6 weeks in advance. I set out a schedule of races for Tuesday and Friday. We normally do GR4 on a Tuesday, GR3 on a Friday, but that might change. Nudge, nudge, hint, hint. Upcoming series might change. We might do something slightly different. But that's down to me. I occasionally ask people what they want to do. I canvass a bit of opinion. And, well, we could do something different very soon. The idea, though, is to have good, clean, online racing with friendly fun. If you send a friend's request to me on PSN... How did you know that, Dorian? Anyway, it's the anti-Sam category. The first ever full tuning race, or race series, of K-Cup. Maximum PP, 400 PP. Tune what you like. The setups are all online. K-car tracks. 60-minute races in K-cars. Gotta love it. Choice of softs or hards. Sorry, mediums or hards. No softs available. With rain. Oh, I'm lying. Getting back to the Widdowmaker Racing Group. If you do a friend's request to me, I'll put you in the Widdowmaker Racing Group. There's a good group of guys in there. If the chat, it hasn't done this quite so often because it's been the summer and people are on holidays and away, but there is normally quite a bit of banter goes on in there. There's also the fact that people race every night, and if somebody wants to put a server up and do some GR2 racing round, I don't know, Daytona Road Course, somebody will set one up and people will join, and they'll set a lobby up and you'll race and you'll have fun, and you know, you'll just learn the cars and do some driving. You have a point about the live stream races. They seem too selfish to let you join in. Yeah, I mean, I generally didn't know if I wanted to do the live stream racing to start with, but now on a Tuesday and a Friday night I stream the races that I do. I'm actually getting quite competitive at the minute, and I know I'm shouting myself down about my talents against time trials, but against other humans at the minute, I don't think I'm particularly doing badly in our little GR4 and GR3 leagues. I'm actually feeling that I'm competing quite well against humans. And part of that is having Dorian, who is my Bono. The strategy guy is very beneficial. Don't go... Oh, you fucking chunk. Yeah, and I just don't want to be involved in it, Robert. Whilst I appreciate some are really good, and I like GR4 four-wheel drive, so WRXs or the Mitsubishis. When there's a good GR4 race at Seaside or Dragon's Trail or somewhere, then I really do like it, but then there'll just be that one idiot. Don't say that, yeah. Job knocky. I read that the other way around. But I'd like to think that I've found a really good group of guys who like to race. You know, when they're a real mixed bunch, there's guys older, younger. There's guys with great talent. There's guys who are continually learning. There's guys who fight with the game every week. Some weeks they're absolutely brilliant. The next week they're just slightly out of touch and the world goes to pot and they're quitting the game and selling the game, and the next week they're back on fire again. And you know, that's the kind of world we're in. I just love the passion of these guys and how they race, and genuinely they want to race clean and they want to win, and they will. So GT Amiga is a company that I'm an affiliate for. They effectively sponsor me. GT Amiga sell gaming equipment, effectively anything gaming from desks to chairs, but I primarily deal in race rigs, so aluminium profile rigs or extrusion, various different types, whether that's just the one you place your steering wheel and pedals in, or the ones that have full seat, full setup. So when I say they sponsor me, I'm an affiliate. I'm not on their payroll per se, but I do. Mariana, your request was in a queue, and your request was fulfilled today. It's already online, and people are watching it, but not you, because you're not a member. All requests go to members first. So you'll see that at 12 o'clock tomorrow, Mariana. I love it. You never say hello. You just demand as soon as you come in. And that's what I expect from you, Mariana. Nothing less. Tell Mariana how good it is. How many seconds did I win by? Yeah. It's already there, Mariana. It's already done. I did say I'd do it Monday. I did it Monday. It's uploaded and it's there for you to view and see when tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Yeah, Bathurst. Yeah. And you get a mention, Mariana. So don't worry. It's all good. I've got a list I have to fight through. I do. I've got people who I actually skipped people in the list to get you done. It's easy, Marianne. I was in first place by lap 5. You're playing on easy again, aren't you? Play on hard. That's the best tip I've given everybody. I want that 11th lap, but I can't do it. It's not... The Jaguar, you've got to feel. You've got to be able to feel that car. You've got to be able, like this car, you've got to feel the slide. But it's extremely quick, that car. You'll see when you watch the video. It's... Biggest things with Bathurst, do the time, do the circuit experience, learn the track, stay off the walls, and learn to find the places you have to be quick. So it feels worse as I prefer understeer and it does opposite. And that's your braking. I'm sure that'll be your brake system, your ABS, because there's a massive difference in the ABS between weak and default nowadays. I'm not concentrating on this. I'm just thrashing laps. I've been nowhere near my previous time. I can't remember. I think because it's a bouncy track, it's default. But I think on the video I used weak. I think. Because it's a GR3 car. But yeah, as I was just saying, the biggest tip for anybody new to the game, play on hard. You'll win more credits. You'll get a better race out the AI. It'll be more challenging, but you'll learn so much more. Excuse me, I've got an itch in my chest. And there's the other thing. I don't think they wiped the times on that test. But you'll see why I say that tomorrow when you watch the video. It's the only thing I'll ever beat Sam on. He's already spitting feather about that. I might have used weak. I think I might have, because it's a race car. Look how far he gets away. That first Ghost is just absolutely flying. I think there's not that much a gap between me and those cars. I think I'm fighting alongside them in sort of the time. I need to probably half this Ghost and bring it back closer to me and see if I can work on any advantage. Because when they get out to the 0.9, it's extremely difficult. It was weak, okay. Yeah, so yes, you win more credits on hard. The payout's bigger. Yeah, the payout is bigger on certain events. Some events it isn't, but in the racing, you'll definitely get more credits. Don't play on easy because it's easy. You'll not learn the game. If you go to the human comedy and play as an easy, you'll find it incredibly difficult. Am I just thinking that that's custom races then, that you get more credits on hard? Playing on easy is a cop-out. You don't get to race in a good way. The racing on easy is not good. You'll learn the game more playing on hard. I've said it all the time. Custom races gives you more. That's the one. Same on what's the name of the chick that you race that's supposed to be super duper but she's rubbish? You get more credits if you race that on hard as well. Yeah, I'm gonna half my Ghost. Haven't done this before. Sophie, that's the chick. You get more credits if you race on hard against her as well. I'm going to reduce my Ghost to 0.5. Let's see if that makes a difference. See if I can get closer. I reckon you'll win more credits on hard because you'll beat more races. I don't ever cut corners, Mariana. There's no need to. So we've got a closer Ghost now. We're going to see if this is going to give us any thrills or spills. Following line astern on this. Mariana doesn't. Yeah, you can't change the car though, Mariana, on the Jag. There's nothing you can change. The car, you can't change anything. It's 100% bop. You can't even change tyres. I see, I race bop on everything. I don't. I say that. On videos I tune them, but I don't do twiddle tuning. I just do basic stuff and tune aero. I don't. And brake balance, yeah, I don't do anything like that. Yeah. Well, brake balance in that race is the only thing you can change. 100%, Oprah. 100%. You slug bucket! That's horrible. I knew I'd drop back there anyway. I wasn't going to make any gains on this lap, was I? But it feels closer. Yeah. I bought another GR3 Jag today just to do that test for Mariana, because I wanted the same car paint job so I could do the screenshot. I bought another one just for that. I'm just frivolous with my money. Just spread it about. That's Yorkshire tight, isn't it? We just start again. Good night, Thomas. Don't forget to tune in. You'll see the final of the GR4 race on Tuesday night. All the best, Thomas. The McLaren F1 GTR, GT3, yeah. Probably the most useless GT3 car there is. GR3 car. It's just so outclassed. On the bop, that is. But I'd never race it tuned, I've no idea. Now I 100% agree with that, Mariana. 100% agree. It's as cool as hell. Because it's a BMW. Gotta let it roll into the corners. That's 100% true. Need for Speed rivals. Oh my, no yet. No. Who's buying Solar Crown then? Coming out in 2 weeks' time. Who's getting Solar Crown? I've got it on my wish list. I just don't know whether I'm going to do it. I don't see any sort of investment time for me on that. It's already Tuesday and oh, so it is. So it is. It's already Tuesday. Yeah, you're right. And if anybody's on the west coast of the US, I booked flights today. 21st of December, arriving in LAX. I'm going to be that side of the world for 10 days. 27 minutes. Oh yeah, because Mariana's 2 hours ahead as well. It's only 9:30 here. I'm going to be in LA for 3 days, up until Christmas. So if anybody's that side of the world and they want to say hi, I'll be around. And we'll be heading over to Vegas and down to Houston over the next week. So if anybody's in that part of the world and they want me to drive over and say hi, I will. Because it'll be something to do and see and go and do. As long as you're not stupidly out of context, like Denver or somewhere. We're going to be flying through Denver on the way over to LAX. We're going to stop over at Denver. Then we're going to Charlotte, I think, on the way back. We've got a flight back on New Year's night. You don't enjoy flying, okay. We've got the flight back on New Year's night for less than 100 quid. So around about $125 flying back to the UK on New Year's Day, New Year's night. And that's 2 flights for 110 quid. It's epic. 100 quid it is. Yeah. It's 400 to get to LAX on my birthday. So it's like, oh wow, brilliant. So for £1,000, $1,200, we'll be in the US for 2 weeks. Yeah, nobody wants to fly over New Year, that's right. We're flying at midday New Year's Eve, and we get home at 7 AM New Year's Day, and the roads are going to be so... Oh, I've just missed that corner, what a donut! The roads are going to be so quiet, so I can drive back from London up to home in probably about 2.5 hours, instead of the 4 hours that it would normally take. Live stream Santa, yeah. But it's only 120 days, I think. It might be less than that now. It's only like 3 months away. Well, it's 100 days, I'd say. And that means we've got to get 2 leagues in before Christmas, before the 21st of December. The last Friday night, I won't be here, the 20th. 21st, I'll be driving down to London on the 20th, so that Friday night I will miss the GR3 final. It's so far back on this one. I'm not really concentrating on doing this, I'm just chattering away, aren't I? Do I drink on the flights? Well, I technically... I will. I'll have a whiskey when we take off. And that'll be it. Because I'll be driving at each end, you see. So, if I have a whiskey with like 9 hours to go, I'm good. €63. Dang, son. I'm probably going to spend about the same amount of money for hotels in London for the night before. It's going to be crazy. Friday night hotel at the airport is going to be stupid. I just wish I had my house down there still. But we'll go and do it. We'll go and look at our old house and have a drive around and see things and see where we used to work. We'll go and reminisce. Because I used to work at Heathrow. Those people that know my backstory. Taxi from airport to train station is €63. Oh. Cologne to Zagreb. And you're in the new airport as well at Zagreb. Of course. Right, this is the first time I've completed a lap in a long time. But we're about a second back on the time. Mariana's in love with the Need for Speed games that are on PS4. Absolutely. Why not? I like GT5. We're going to have another stream night at GT5, you know, on a Saturday. We're going to do Top Gear Test Track all night. I'm going to earn credits to do thing around there. I just hope Chili Bob, the wife, is going to be well enough to do all this activity and flying and stuff. 3 months' time. I hope she is. I'd hate to leave her at home and go on my own. That'd go down well, wouldn't it? First corner, slow in, fast out. How many times have I heard that? I got a PS3, but I was a controller PS3, and I didn't have a wheel. Now I've found out that the G27, the G25 all work on the PS3. They didn't used to. Oh no, I have a bit of inside knowledge on the alcohol. So I used to be a health and safety guy who ran the drug and alcohol testing on site, and I know how the breathalyzers work, and I can't cheat them. I just know how to drink and not lose to a breathalyzer. But there's the other side of the thing, is technically I don't drink, and this isn't Jack Daniels at all in the glass. It's not. I won't ever fail a breathalyzer test because I won't even try and drink drive. But it's a 17-hour journey from where I am to LAX, so a couple of whiskeys at the start of the flight, then watch 3 movies, get off at Denver, get on another flight. I'll be good. I won't be in the world of being over the limit, not by any means. And then on the way back, if I have a couple of drinks on the flight coming out of Charlotte, we'll be landing at 7 a.m. in the morning, so midday till 7 a.m. minus 8 hours, whatever that's going to be. It's going to be like an 8.5-hour flight. If I have 2 whiskeys at the start of that flight and then have a bit of a snooze, an evening meal and a breakfast, we'll sail past the drink driving thing, no problem. There won't be any trace in my blood system of any sort of alcohol after that amount of time. But you have to be measured and controlled, don't you? Right, I'm going to try default, because we've got to keep changing things, because I'm not getting anywhere near. Do we think we'll lose the ghosts? Will the ghosts expire? Oh, the ghosts have returnage. That's good. He's a lively beast. And that was counter steer helping me there. I think this is going to end up as silver, folks. There's no way in the world I can get past this. I can't drive that way. Not a chance. I'm not good enough. But they've definitely found a way to differentiate between the adaptable drivers and those that can't adapt. On ABS default, I'm finding I've got to brake a lot earlier. Yeah, the AMG one is equally as frustrating. I can be quick around that circuit, but not with these conditions. And the AMG one, the guys at the top have gone incredibly hard to set an immense lap time to make it difficult for the competition. That's a proper competition that the top 56 or whatever it is want to qualify. They're just going to push that time as far as they can go. It's what it's going to be, isn't it? Did you see how much we gained into there then? Who'd you call? Jim the Coast Buster. No, I can't bust the coast. That's a problem for me. Busting the coast. No! Ah, got it on the edge there. Excuse my coughing, folks. I wonder if I'm breaking... Oh, flipple tops. I wonder if I'm breaking way too early. I managed to get on a par with my Ghost then. That was a half a second gain through turn 1, wasn't it? Reality. Let's see if we can Ghostbuster. Yeah. What did I do there to get on a par with my Ghost? What did I do? I don't know what I did. The way you've spelled Ghost, it sounds like some horrible 70s like zombie movie. I think you might be right, Scampster, but I can't find it. Alien Romulus, nothing special. But it's okay. Yeah, I've heard conflicting reports. I've heard some people say it's a worthy Aliens. It's worthy of the Aliens tag. But I've also heard people say, well, no, it's not. Though I haven't bothered to see it. We're flying in a couple of months. We'll see it on the plane. I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it. It's the change from first. The other thing I've ordered, or will be ordering, is a new set of headphones. I'm going to get a set of wired ones of these. Lost it. Absolute donkey. What's changed? I've changed brake technique, haven't I? I've changed the brakes. The brakes are making the car extremely volatile. The car is all over the place. I can't get through Eau Rouge. The brakes are making the difference. The brakes are making me quicker, but the brakes are making the car much more active. I put the brake balance on the Jag at 3. -3. 3 to the front. That's my signature position for brake balance. On here, brake balance is 0. I don't know. Well, okay, let's see if we can get this to the end. Lost half a second on entry to that corner. I can't read the text at the minute. I will get there in a moment. I apologise. seem to be, don't I? Seem to be quicker on default. It's just about braking that bit earlier and trying to get control of the car, because it definitely changes the braking dynamic. Maybe I should have changed to 5th. There's a new time by 032. Christ. That's what it was worth. Try your brake balance set on 1. 1 as into the rear. Sam said it should be set to 5. Maybe that's the right approach, you know. Small stages rather than going straight from 0 to -5 or +5. He says it makes the car turn better. I don't have a problem with it turning, I have a problem with it going faster. It won't go any faster, that's the problem with it. WD-40 on brakes, yeah. Give him a bit of a clean with WD-40, that's the way, yeah. Look how far we fell back this time. We made an improvement though, folks. We improved. We can't knock that. Let's see if we can beat it this time. Could be the gear ratios, yeah. I'll have to go and change all them. No. There's no change in any of that lot. Get nice shine on the disc and wipe the exhaust down with it while you're at it. We're staying 5th. We lost a bit going through there. The other thing Sam said, let it rev out. Try. The other thing this doesn't have is a brake light that you can see where the braking point is. The back mono in other games has always been a horrible car to me to drive, but for some reason in GT7 it's actually really quite a thing. Especially in that human comedy race, we've got to have a go and play there. Had to lift. I did a micro lift going into there. Which is the actual fastest car for the Le Mans grind? Ooh. This car, the RA272. Ah, you slug bucket! We missed that by a crock of chicken feet. Oh. Angry now. Angry and faster. Don't read, just drive. I lost all that lead on that straight coming out the top of Eau Rouge. Or whatever the top of Eau Rouge is called. It's not called Eau Rouge, it's where they kill everybody. Blanchimont, isn't it? Or something like that. At the top of Eau Rouge. Car just wants to ride that curb every time. I'm getting faster. I am getting more careless, but moving the brake balance back in increments and learning the car has been a real godsend. That was a great suggestion, Doug. There's a 31.2, so we just got to need a whole second now. 0.9 we need. Let's go and save that time. Good evening. It's Radilon. Well done. Thank you, Neil. Knew it was something like that. Where's me track map? There it is. Did it? Oh. Far away. He's correct. Radilon it is. Not that I distrusted you, I just needed to see it. Oh, you're right. Radilon. By the rivers of Radilon. So let me catch up on that. That could have been a master mood testing to get. That could be the answer, mood testing. Mazda Roadster touring car is good fun. Can do 7 easy. No, I wouldn't have considered it, to be honest. Not the Mazda touring car, but yeah, give it a shoot. 231.2. 238.84. Potential. There's potential up into the top 6,130. We're grasping at straws here. We're still not on the front page, but we're now above Fat Man. We gained 1 place. We finished this. Positive steps. Enjoy, Doug. Have a good day. Come home safely. Right, we're good. We're making progress. Let's constipate on making progress. Might have to move the brake balance to 3. Those clouds look ominous. There haven't many golded this one, Neil, at all. It's a real challenge. It has. Oh, slug. No. This expires in 9 days' time. 9 days? 5 days? Let me find out. And 350 miles today. It expires. I probably could have read it from there, but it expires in 5 days' time. 5 days. 5 days. The Mazda 3 engine swap is mighty around Le Mans as well. 3 on. Did anybody say 3 to the brake balance? Do we think we're going to get the ghosts, so I'm going to have to load them again? We're going to have to load them again, aren't we? Yes. Foolish boy. You're back just after that. That's a shame. Still going to need to get yourself a rig for Sweden, Neil. Need a rig for Sweden. Do you a good discount? Oh, there's one for Wilkie. Yeah, rest in peace, Sven. Definitely. Kill him, Wilkie. Kill him. Oh, you're not going to be a man of leisure anymore. Of course, Sven was a Manchester City manager, wasn't he? And his dying wish was to manage Liverpool, and he managed it in the end. They let him do it. Yeah, he got diagnosed in January, didn't he? Yeah, viewer bots. Wilkie got him. We get one a night now, don't we? Regular. So we're so popular. They're the most popular viewers on Twitch. Wilkie keeps banning my viewers. Did a fine job, Wilkster. Ah! I was enjoying that. Oh. He banned you for life. I was enjoying that. I was really starting to get the feeling. Now I didn't realise that would be something I could actually learn from. Is that being closer to my ghost, and somebody did say that last week, go closer to your ghost, and whoever that was, I can't remember who it was, but it was a good call. It's working for me tonight. Halving that distance to the ghost has given me that little bit of extra falling away there, but we'll try again. Cringe streamers? Who's a cringe streamer? Is that me? Ooh. Don't know what a cringe streamer is. It's got to be a Widdowmaker. It's on the fringe cringe. Don't know. I don't know whether, because I share the chat back and forwards between the two, I don't know whether, generally I don't know what to do with Twitch. I've got 2 subscribers, 2 subs, and 2 subscribers, 2 subs. And I feel it, I have to honour those 2 people by having Twitch there. YouTube gets between 12 and 20 viewers a night, which is what they recommend that you should sort of get when you're starting out. Am I just starting out? Probably not. But hey, it is what it is. Do I lose out because there's not a lot of viewers on Twitch, and because people preferring to watch on YouTube, there's no viewers on Twitch, so nobody comes because they see that I'm streaming to 2 or 3, and people think he's streaming to 2 or 3 people, he's got naff all going on there, we won't bother. I don't know, is it? It's quite bizarre that literally nobody watches. YouTube's easy to use. Yeah. Having 2 streams open can be awkward for a lot of people. I do know that. If you're watching on phone, it can be an arse. I get that. I generally do get that. So I'm not asking people to do that. It's just I got my first paycheck from Twitch in a year and 4 months. I got it last month. It wasn't a lot, but I got it. I broke the threshold for payment, and now we're on our way to building that up again. But I've turned advertising off on Twitch. I don't get any paid for advertising because nobody watches it. So the only thing I can think I can do is to turn the adverts off to try and draw people in. Because if people go into an advert break once every 1 hour, and people think, oh, I can't be bothered watching adverts, and turn it off, it's like, what am I doing? So I'm streaming on Twitch for free, basically. So what do you do? I don't know. I don't know how to pull people in if I'm streaming on YouTube as well. Yeah, YouTube is the bigger audience, and I suppose it's the same thing at the end of the day. We've got, it doesn't matter, does it, in that respect? But I'm using streaming power. I'm putting 5,000 kilobits into YouTube, and I'm putting 5,000 kilobits into. I've got the internet to cope with it. I've got the machine. I've got the PC that's going to cope with it. So it's no real hardship to me. It's just one of those things. I've got to try and work out whether the investment is worth it, and I think it is, because over time it will come. And maybe I'm just you know, being down on Twitch way before I should be. Maybe I should be being less skeptical of Twitch and just thinking, it's early days, let's go. So let's see where it goes. In my early Twitch days, I was having 40 people on Twitch one night. But it wasn't one night actually, was it? When I went live on the Twitch launch, I did a week, because I took a week off holiday, and I did 12-hour days. And there was guys from all over the place watching. 3 university lecturers were watching. And it was all quite positive. And then, to be honest, over the last year, it's fell away to virtually zero. But hey, I'm not negative, it's fact. Got to get back into this. 10, hour and 50 minutes to try and get somewhere near. Chasing that ghost that's in front of us. Not the one that's behind us. Yes, you are. I get that. I understand, and it's generous of you to do what you do for me, so thank you. Look at them go. They're miles ahead. I messed that corner up, didn't I? The Twitch thing will happen, or it won't happen. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. It will be what it is. That's exactly what it is for me. I want to say that in the right way. Like for tonight, I made my sandwiches for work for the week. I was in the kitchen for an hour. I put YouTube on and I didn't watch the screen, I just listened. And I was listening to a guy, Samsung Boat Company, guy who's built a boat. And that's kind of what TV is. When I go and sit with the missus, she's watching her TV and she's watching Say Yes to the Dress, wedding dress stuff and girly stuff, and I built this house and, you know, makeup parlour and all that rubbish. I don't know. I don't watch TV as a rule. It's not, I don't have time, I don't have the brain capacity. Yeah, flicking chicken. Don't have the brain capacity for TV and all that stuff, so although on a Sunday afternoon when I go down and sit with the missus, she says, do you want to watch something? And it's like, Clarkson. She's like, no. Managed to convince her to watch Clarkson's Farm. And she loves it now. Only because of Clarkson's missus. But it's like, if I could get to watch her to watch the last series of the Clarkson, May, Richard last series, the old Top Gear trio. I don't think she'd be up for that though, so that's going to go down the Swanee. I'll have to watch that in the early hours of the morning whilst trying to go to sleep. That'll be the only time I get to see that. Then you guys will tell me I should be watching YouTube videos of how to get faster. Maybe that's what I need to go to sleep to, is like a get faster video. Put this on at the end of the night and we'll talk you through how to get faster. Now, I'm a massive Breaking Bad fan. I'll sit and watch a Breaking Bad DVD without worry. I just pick any of the series and I'll watch it, and I don't care. I see stuff every time I've never seen before when I watch them. Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad. And as a DayZ fan, I was thinking I might enjoy that series about zombies. Can't remember what it's called now. The Walking Dead. I thought I might enjoy that. I've watched 3 series. And one more season, sad ending. All 3 will be missed as... I don't know. I think they died a long time ago. But hey ho. That wasn't far off, but yeah, I've watched Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad probably 3 or 4 times all the way through now at different times. They're brilliant. I just think it's ace, and there will be no more. I started watching The Walking Dead knowing there's 18 series. I've got to the end of series 3. I can't face another series. It's just mind-numbing. Oh, I lost the back end and I was well up. Shish kebab. X-Files. Never watched it. Never watched an episode of X-Files. Sons of Anarchy. Never watched that. I've never watched an episode of The Simpsons. I've never watched an episode of Friends. I've never watched oh, what's it called? Unsubscribe. Just don't have time. South Park. Oz. There was such a very light Prison Break. No. Now, talking about Prison Break, right? Never watched Prison Break, but what's that Australian series? It's on at 6 o'clock on Channel 5 or 4 o'clock on Channel 5 overnight. All about prison. Been going for years. Queen Bee's in it. How's this about a correctional facility? Like Tipex. That's correctional fluid, sorry. Prisoner Cell Block H, that's the one. Used to love that. Look at the gear parts on that car. Just saw those axles spinning then, and that centre diff rotating the opposite way. That was beautiful. Wow. Missed the braking point. What a twonk. Oh. So there's a who was the actor that was Han Solo in Star Wars? He was also the dude with the hat, Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford, that's the geezer. He had a film about a prison break. Was it called Prisoner? Or something like that? About a dude with one arm. And his wife was murdered, and Harrison Ford ended up in prison for the murder of his wife. And then they was, I don't know, escaped because of a train crash or something. Ended up in a dam wall, and he jumped out of a dam into the water and tried to get away, or did get away, and then investigated the fact he was a dodgy ex-copper. Oh, Christ. Indiana Jones is coming from Xbox to PS5. Is it? Didn't even know there was an Indiana Jones game. Anyway, I really like that film. But I don't know what it's called. My brain's shot. I also like Demolition Man. Again, totally unrelated. Only because it's got Sandra Bullock in. And I'm not doing that whole thing about... what's her name? Helen Mirren. Not doing that tonight. Get in trouble if we keep doing Helen Mirren. Well, we didn't get that right through there this time. Got to be careful about hitting the throttle too quickly. Coming in here, that's what Scampster was talking about. The back end slugging out to the right, and it does it. Well, how to double your sales? Release it on 2 platforms. Imagine if PS5, if GT7 was made available for Xbox. Just like Forza then made available on PC. Christ alive, it would be wild, wouldn't it? You'd be able to get a taste of the other world. They're just so slow now. Well, I think it's time to go to Brake Balance 4. They give the game away free on Game Pass. Well, they're not going to get subscribers, are they? If they're giving it away free, but I guess that's because there's in-game pay to play, is there, or something? Called The Fugitive. I knew you'd get there, Neil. Thank you very much. Yes, that's the film. Brilliant. Oh, it's crapola. Oh, wait a second. 7 seconds is probably worse. Fugitive, that's what it was. It always reminds me of the other program you mentioned, Neil. Oh, he just pushed left. It's also rumoured Forza Horizon will port over to make money. was followed up with US Marshals. Oh, didn't know. Oh. I've got Forza Horizon on PC and the whole open world thing just does me head in. It shouldn't do though, because that's what Solar Crown's going to be about, and that's where this conversation started ages ago, with me asking who's buying Solar Crown. I get a feeling it's going to be really popular, and I don't know if I should be buying it and playing it and streaming it and trying to get people to come and watch. Early uptake and... oh, you slughead. I don't know whether I should be trying to be early in. Well, Discord notification. Okay. So that's a message from GT Amiga. Tomorrow, going live on the GT Amiga site, and I'll do this now, they're releasing a new cockpit. The cockpit is a hybrid cockpit. It's a mix-up between two styles. It's going to fall somewhere between my rig, the Prime, and the Prime Lite. And it goes live on sale tomorrow. And I've just been given the launch information, and tomorrow I should be doing some stuff. You made me buy Wreckfest and you enjoy it. Well, there we go. The new Wreckfest is coming out fairly soon as well, so we're going to have to look at getting Wreckfest. Oh, shish kebab. Wreckfest 2. So, is it Solar Crown or Wreckfest 2? I don't know. What I know I've got to do is just get in tune and go with it, haven't I? Pick a direction and do it and go with it, and whatever happens, happens. We weren't quick. I braked a little bit extra through there just to try and steady the car, because I'm fed up with the amount of times we crash. Look at those axles spinning. I can't see the braking point now. There we go. Tried to coast through there, took off the brakes, and oh my lord. Brake balance 4 is a whole new thing. Yeah, I think Wreckfest 2 will probably be one of those games where it doesn't matter when you take it up. There's going to be plenty of gameplay in there, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be casual. I nearly hit that wobble knob. We're way back. Assetto Corsa Evo is coming as well before Christmas. I think I'd rather have Assetto Corsa Evo than Solar Crown, to be honest. On the premise that it's going to replace Assetto Corsa, it's not going to replace ACC by any means. And I don't think I can argue too much, misses, about what games I'm buying if I'm spending all my income on a new PC. I'll have to just chill out and be kosher. But I could wait for the new PC until January, pick up any New Year's sale, and also a 50 series. That might be best option. Wait till I get back from the US. Try to go back to ABS default. Yeah, I've got to a stuck point, haven't I? You might be right. I'm going to listen to you guys. I'm going to listen. Try another track. What is the other one? We've got an hour and a half to go. Yeah. I'll have a couple of laps on... We're on default, my friend. We're on default. We are. So, yeah. Let's go and have a go at another track. What have we got? It's, Spa. Suzuka. Select from garage. Enter with current car. No. Change car. I'd love it. That. Not going to be though. It's that. Facing medium? Yes. Have a look where we are. We're not in the top 10, man. Yeah. Look at that. No, Mini's not changed. Mini's changed in January. Car with 2. Well, I'll have had it 2 years then. I already know what I'm getting. Going back to BMW. 3 Series wagon. 335. Going back to what I had. Except the 2019 20 plate. I'd love an M3 Touring, but that's just never going to happen. Never going to happen. I haven't got the money. No matter how many kidneys I can sell. Oh, 2 horses is probably too many for me, my friend. Probably too many. No traction control. No counter steer. And I didn't load the Ghost. It's donkey. Donkey. 2 donkeys is what I'm getting. Upside down pram, yeah. Still better than BMW. Well, it was either that or back to an A6, which was my missus's favourite car that I owned. The blooming force feedback on this is super strong. Like it's driving automatic. Need to listen to my wife. Yeah. It was a truly beautiful A6 we did own. I really enjoyed it, but I had to sell it to buy a house. So I'm going to wait for the remortgage on the house, which has got to happen January. Once the remortgage is done, I will sort the car out. Got sound leg issues. Sort the Bluetooth dongle out. This is going to be just as difficult, you know. I reckon. Probably need to find a different car to get chucking down this straight. Wow. Unbelievable. There's gains to be made here. RCZ. Yeah, my next door neighbour used to have one. A neighbour from 7-8 years ago. And it's a nice car. Theirs was like an electronic blue. The bubble roof is really nice. I like that. It looks really stylish. It's very unusual to have that moulded type glass in a roof. If you'd ask me what I'd really love an AMG GT, but I can't stretch to 50k. I really can't. I also can't stretch to 40k for an Audi R8. So I'll just stick to something lower. A salesman's car. It's got to be faster through there. We'll try and go gold here. I think there's an opportunity. I can see gaps. Just need to get it right. And there's opportunities. So let's put some consistent laps in. Try and talk in a sentence that actually makes sense. Let's see if we can put some consistent laps in. Get this ghost out the way. And then we will No! That does my Sweden. Counter steer, counter steer, counter steer. Why? It's not real. They've made all these changes to... How hard can it be? Yeah. I've never said this is going to be easy. I can see opportunities, I can see gaps. They've made all this effort to make it harder, more realistic, and then You come through a corner and it just spits you off the track for no real knowledge. Traction control, traction loss is just instantaneous. It's ridiculous. But that's the tyre temperature problem, I think, that's still inherent in the game. I'll get to that in a minute, Mariana. I saw something about A3. Oh, I just let go of the throttle just to see if the coast would work at that point. The new physics has messed me up. That was a much later dive into that final corner. There's an improvement. I have no idea where we need to be. I think it's 150 something, isn't it? I don't think that was as big as an improvement as it could have been. I'd like to go back to a 335 as I said, but I just don't know. Oh no! Is that just... have I just screwed not getting that ghost? What the flip, chicks? 150.6. I will be seriously pissed if that ghost... I've lost it. Oh, it just does my head in. I got angry last time about ghosts not being able to save them. All I've got to do is go and beat the time now. And I... 150.6. I've got that far to go. Holy shit. 1.2 seconds. Come on, Widow. Apply yourself and... sort yourself out. Get your head right. I checked up because I thought I was going to hit the car in front. I can't do that. Look at how far ahead that ghost is. I'm not taking that line the same twice. Gonna brake on the 100 a second.
That's better. That was such a slow start to the lap. Not really worked out how to get into turn 1 yet. Come on, Widow. It outbraked itself. What a complete chop nuts. Oh, what a donkey. I was gold or bust there. Christ. That's a good question, Mariana. Got to break that just that little bit early on the chicane, haven't I? I lost all the time in the chicane, so if I can finish anywhere near this ghost, coming around here. I'm a second up. I can be a second up if I carry this on and finish it properly. Point 2 away now. Come on. That was on the edge, that. I was really happy with that until that happened. Now you can see what you can do just with the mistake on the chicane. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Now I've got loads of mistakes in that lap. 150.3. Positives are there, aren't they? Should the tyres count to the PP system? So that's a really good point you make there, Mariana, because I've been at Tokyo, I've been chopping the tyres out of the higher powered cars and driving really, really unstable cars. It's made cars that wouldn't previously be considered. It makes them actually capable now. I want to be in third gear all the way around there. I don't want to use third gear as a second gear as a check gear. Now I'm looking to where did I make a mistake with this Ghost? Have I made a mistake with this Ghost coming to the end? I could really do with that timer now to see if there's any opportunity. Am I close enough? Am I going to knock off 0.005 or am I going to knock off 0.01? Or 0.1, I don't know. I don't think I'm that close, to be honest. I think we're close. Here we go, we're gold. And excuse my coughing, please. We're making up the bigger deficit at the end of the circuit. We're not really making much progress here. Ah, we cut that, didn't we? Let's go and see it. Let's go and see what we've done. Let's go and see what we've done here. That was a worthwhile change. And we're going a 150.3, as we said. 7,800. So here's the thing, right? And here's a real interesting observation. Gold at 24th. Work that one out. Work that out. Gold at 24th. Gold at 24th. Blows my mind. There's room here. There should be more room for me to improve. There really should. But when I'm gold at 24th, that means so much more of my friends list are getting gold than prior to the update, and I'm moaning about it being harder for me to get gold. So what's the reality? Are more people driving better with the update? Or is it just the fact that people prefer a faster, more realistic test with racing medium tyres on a GR2 car that's relatively modern? I would delete the friends list. I'd delete Sam. No, I wouldn't. Sam's a good guy. You really have to drive it on the edge. It's almost out of control, and coaxing it. Coaxing it home. That's what we're doing. It's pro gamer move right there. Oof. Deleting the friends list. Make yourself look better. Get rid of all the faster guys than you. I wonder if there's a couple of streamers out there that have done that. I think people struggled over the last 6 months or so with the unrealistic tests they were putting out. The car at Trail Mountain was horrible. It was a really horrible test, that Trail Mountain one. It was just such a reflection of what they were doing with... He's just away. He's it's the summer. He's driving his car. He's doing his competitions at the weekend. He's also working harder. He's got a new boss, and he was taking time out to come racing and finishing the job early because he's in the US, of course. And I don't think it sat well with the new boss at work, and he was working Saturday and Sunday overtime to make up for, not overtime, but Saturday and Sunday to make up for the hours he was missing coming to race with us. And I think that's just, and this is me guessing, I think it's just playing heavy on his brain, and ultimately he's given a bit more time back to work and doing his own thing. So it's not that he's not around. He's probably in the background listening, probably driving between a competition and here or whatever, or he's shish kebab. He's doing something. He's around. He's raising money and stuff for Make-A-Wish. He's always got that stuff on, so he kind of said he'd be a bit missing for the summer, which is understandable. So yeah, and I haven't understood whether he's okay with the new settings or not. There is that, Robert. There is that completely. Us mere mortals struggling. I've turned it off. Turned it off. TC and counter steer gone. Not using. Pro, you see. Proper pro now. I wasn't even thinking about no TC. Wasn't even thinking about that. I just turned it off when I joined. I did it for a couple of hours last week and worked out that TC was quicker. No TC was quicker. And the car's pretty stable. It's just low speed spins that are... We cut that a bit too much, didn't we? It was faster though. It was faster. I'm fed up with restarting, so I'm going to complete the lap. Look how much quicker we came out of that chicane. Well, it was one of the chicane. It was a 180. Just the force feedback on this wheel is so heavy. Seeing Fat Man with the 149 has really spurred me to climb on up the friends list. Not that there's anything wrong with Mr. Fat Man having a 49, it's just that I know I'm quite close in competition wise, and me and Fat Man have similar skill levels, so if he can do it I can be spurred on to the same. This is a better lap, but no time because it's a red lap. I do think they still have the problem. Somebody mentioned tyre temps and tyres snapping. I still do think they have the problem with the tyre temperatures and control of temperature inherently within the game engine. I think tyre temps is where they're really struggling. The tyre model is probably the weakest part of the game. That ghost was impressive, wasn't it? He didn't half take that twitch. And then we slid by touching the grass, which let me down big time. That's a frustration from Action GT. Absolutely, and I think that's what's missing, the fact that we can't have tyre pressures. And if we were adding elements, I think that would be a classic element that they've missed. And if we were to ask them to add it, that would be the one that people would ask for, because you'd be able to gain grip, you'd be able to, you know, change tyre pressures. 150, 215. My throat's really playing up now. Come on. Post is in my way. You watch this ghost in front of us absolutely fly through this corner now. And I cut that too much. I'm going to go on and do the lap though. We got a massive mistake in the ghost, haven't we? Oh, we can make up loads of time if we get this next lap right. Come on, Widow. Let's get this next lap on the money. On the cusp of a 49. This is where it goes. That was a smooth change down into 1 and 2, wasn't it? That worked really well. A little bit of trail braking. Fourth gear really early. Treating that like one continuous corner is the answer. We didn't really make up that much time for that slide into that corner, did we? Make up the time on the left hand side of the track. That's a 49.8. I think Fat Man's got a 7. That change to fourth was courtesy of third, and it wasn't really that good. Okay. Really pleased with that, actually. A 49.8 from where we were. We've done 2+ seconds. 149.371 potential best. That's all right. Top 2,835. We're still not in the top 10. Look at that. Top 14. Batman's just behind us. He got 49.9. So 49.3 will put us in the top 10 ahead of ours. Which is Sam's a 47.9. Just don't even look at the top of the table, Jim. 48. Neil's a comedian. 48. I don't know. That would be the perfect lap, wouldn't it? We're going to the pits. No, we're not. It's just a drive-through. And I love this. If we can drive through like this, why can't we drive to our pit box? Why? It would take away all those heartache pains of those races about wondering why it takes you so long. If you can drive through the pits in car, let us drive to our pit box. In the race. Make it real. Let's see what we can do. A little bit of sweat and determination. We know we've got to overtake that ghost slingshotting through this corner here. There it goes. Now we're chasing our ghost. And I just missed the braking point, treating that as a continuous corner. Long arc, it's beautiful. You get that right, that's going to work a treat. Wonder if it's second gear in there. I've been doing it in first and then back up to second as across the first apex, but I wonder if it's second gear in. I don't know if a 48 is possible. I don't even know if a 49.3 is as an optimal. The perfect lap. Was there any glaring mistakes in that last lap that I did that we could potentially catch up on? But it's the ghost in front, isn't it? Not. We might need to try that ghost technique and drop the ghost to half a second again. I think I'm going to do that. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to scrap out. I'm going to scrap out of this. We're at 2.28. We're going to scrap the ghosts. I'm just going to load a good ghost. And we will get rid of that one that sat in front of us. And we'll drop it to half a second. I've already got the map button. Yeah, I've already got that. I've already got the mapped ghost button. Oh, no. Already got that. It's that I want to do. I just don't want to hide the ghost. I want the ghost there all the time. I just want to get rid of the earlier Ghost. $49,856. Was there brake balance on this? There wasn't, was there? No. Can't remember what the mapped ghost butt is. I didn't move the ghost closer, did I? What a chupple nub. TCO. I was on TC0, wasn't I? TCO, yes. TCO, oh, it's magic. You're surprised? What at? TCO? Neil said the same thing. Is TC banned, he said. Now, the thing that surprised me is that the car has actually got a level of grip and surety. It's not silly stupid. It still does flick you off the corner occasionally when you're mid-beans, but it shouldn't it? I am a TC1 guy all the day, but not today. That could have been third gear, that. And let it roll and coast through. I've been thrown out of the TC1 club today. It was Az that told me no TC. Az says you don't need it. The car's got everything it needs. Just hardcore, that's it. You guys are rubbing off on me. And I don't mean that in a rude way. Ah, we readied that by going in second. Ah, you see. It's a first gear entry, second gear apex. Shame I threw away another gain there. We're going pit lane again. What the chuff? There's your TC. Oh. Have I got any assists on? I don't think I've got. Well, if you call ABS an assist, I've got that on. The purists would be ABS off. Purists. Yeah. Can't forget the Ghost is actually at 0.5, not at 0.9, so it might look like we're gaining, but we have to be almost insider to actually claim that we're actually improving. Knock the TC on for the tight corners. I don't think I've got the skill to do that. I'm nervous. Got the shaky wobbles. We lost it there, didn't we? Sounds like a lot of effort. You just have to have it on the screen instead of the time. And I'm not looking down at the time, and it's just a question of turning it on, isn't it? There's that twitch again. Yeah, I do. Yeah. But it's not just that, it's moving my hand that's welded to the side of the steering wheel to then move it to the point and then look down and see where the knob is that could be potentially moved because the steering wheel's at a different angle. It's far more complex than... Well, I could just roll my hand round and do that, I suppose. It would work, but... Ah! 150.122 was the optimal there. We're looking for an 8. No, that would just come somewhere near Samikins. He's a 79. He's a 47.9, isn't he? But, yeah, I could put TC there, but that cough is just killing my chest and throat. My voice is going to be horrendous in the morning. Having spoken for the last 3.5 hours, it's going to do wonders for my telephone voice tomorrow, isn't it? I just don't think I've got the brain speed to know when to put that on. Now this is... Yeah. There won't be sales calls. Was actually ahead when I did that wide route. Oh my lord. I don't think we're going to beat that time. We did. Oh, the back end just tweaked away from me there. Yeah, I'm going to have a lem sip and another whiskey, I think, just to help. A late night toddy, as they call it. 149.7. Turn on the straight before I get there. That's an interesting idea. Where would I be using it then? Where would I use the traction control? Before the hairpin only? I've never thought about using it as an on and off thing. Hairpin and last chicane. I don't drink tea. No tea. Tea. Tea makes you go. No, we don't do tea. We don't whistle down microphones either, do we? No. We don't drink tea. Tea is not good. Flipping heck. That's doing my head in. Tea makes your old fella go to bed. Makes it go to sleep. It contains bromide, tea. Bromide is a natural inhibitor of the sex drive. Don't drink tea. It's bad for you. As a man. It feels so fast, this test now. Short shift out of there. Have a read, Scampster. No, it's not. It is true, but it's not for you guys. As a soldier, I'm an ex-army. You see, they put bromide in Campo tea. The tea that you get in your ration packs has bromide in, and it's done to naturally suppress the sex drive of soldiers. So ration packs contains bromide infused tea. That's the only tea you shouldn't drink, really. Shish kebab. That was a 49.9. Drink Yorkshire tea. Bad for you. You'll end up like a Yorkshireman. Oh. We're pushing all ends up here. You don't want to end up like a Yorkshireman, no. Not really. If our Yorkshire water guy was here, we haven't seen in a little while, since he got his PlayStation 5, he'd be telling us all about the benefits of Yorkshire tea and how good it is to be a Yorkshireman drinking the proper stuff. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Like I say, he's got a PS5 now, so it was his birthday a couple of weeks and he got a PlayStation 5, and now he's off playing games and don't bother with us. If we can absolutely ace this What do you think it's going to be then, NW? Do you think it's going to be we are getting the band back together for one more studio album and a full-on tour because everybody else is dying and there's no rock music out there, and we've seen how well the Foos have done, so we're going to do it. But we're not going to talk to each other, we still hate each other. Or do you think it's going to be we're going to split the proceeds, we're going to sell all the albums? No, not actually, brothers. It'll be interesting, won't it? Oasis have never been my particular favourite style and brand of music, but they have created some absolute classics. Can't knock that at all. I've just readied that. I should have gone first gear. Shish kebab. We're at that point, aren't we? Patsy Kensit. Oh, Patsy Gallagher, sorry. As is done in the colours of the album cover. How's that work then? Would you buy a ticket? Would you go and see them on tour? How far would you be prepared to travel to go and see them on tour? Helen Mirren. Officer Riggs. Officer Riggs. Oh yes, absolutely, yes. I get where you're coming from immediately. Officer Riggs, yes. Patsy Kensit, yes. Helen Mirren, you say. Yeah, we avoided the Helen Mirren thing earlier. It's a tribute to them. Or to Oasis. Man City. Green Sammy, welcome. Man City did a tribute to Oasis on a football strip. On their 4th kit. Surely the club's bigger than that. To be associated with some has-been band that hasn't been formed for years. Not 10 years or so, 14 years ago, whatever it was. Or has this been planned? Okay. I'm only taking the piss, I'm not serious. I've been really pleased with how Man City's performing at the moment. Because I'm top of the Premier League fantasy football. Shish kebab. They took the colours from what album? The new album that they're releasing. Azza is back. Back again. So what's the announcement tomorrow then? Oh, haven't they just? Yeah, there's been high flying birds or whatever it is, and they'll fill stadiums around the world if they're going on a tour again. They will absolutely smash it. You know they will, but they've got to keep themselves together for the 8 weeks of the world tour or whatever it's going to be. You're not sure then, Wilkie? You're a bit here and there about it? Or you definitely maybe? Or is definitely maybe the album you're talking about the tributes come from? I know that's the album, buddy. I know. But how come the 4th kit this season, or is it always the 4th kit is a thing for the Brothers Grimm? Did I look to see where I got to when I did the 49.7? Because I haven't actually made any improvements for a little while now. Probably talking about Oasis too much and not focused and constipating. Made too many silly mistakes at the end like that. Yeah, we're trying, we're trying. Different ones each year, most representing something from Manchester, yeah. Let's see where we got to. It's past, isn't it? Nearly 500 miles for the day. I don't think I looked. 2,150th. We're somewhere near Az, aren't we? Yeah, we're just behind Az. We were trying to get a 49.3 is where we were aiming for. Because there's a big gap between Az and that. You're going to laugh if that's the album. If that's the announcement. What about the 4th kit? Still achievable. You mean the 8? Neil wants me to go for an 8. Yeah, he wants me to beat Sam up. I can't beat Sam up. Oh, if they're making a new Project Cars, that'd be awesome. As long as it's not like Project Cars 3. It needs to be like Project Cars 2. That would be a good shout, Green Sammy. Well, next weekend, folks, just to talk about what's happening just in the near short future, I've got to redo my computer room. If I'm getting a new rig and I'm going to be assembling it, I've got to make more room. So I've got to take my race room apart and rebuild everything, and that's going to start next Friday night. So next Friday night I've got to move everything out of the room except for this rig so that I can stream on Friday night, because it's the final of the GR3s. This Saturday I'm going to move the other rig and the computer desk. To be able to stream on Saturday night, I have to get this rig moved and put into its new location with its new wheels on, and we will then be rebuilding everything on Sunday. So to be able to stream Sunday night, I've got to do this in a phased approach. So as is optimal 48892, yeah. Well, Neil's thinking I can be somewhere near a 48. My 49.3 was my optimal, the fastest I've seen, but oh, you shish kebab. I'm just hugging that corner too much, aren't I? Well, it's got to go. If it's going to be available through Steam, then, isn't it? So So if it's coming on through Steam, I'm going to get that on my purchase list, and it'll be all good for the new computer. Yeah, Spanish Archer. That's the problem, isn't it? That should have been second gear, I think. It's actually amazing how much the coast works. Letting the car coast here works. We're a little bit far back with a Ghost at 0.5. Gotta stay off the grass, really, mate. No grass. Well, I think we've done alright. We've kind of made progress here to gold, and a safe gold. It's just that blooming Spa one. We're pushing hard now, aren't we, baby? Can we find a way to come out the final corner faster so we're catching up on and getting advantage from the start? Twisty hands, fast reactions to counter that. And we got no counter, no action, which is Az's fault. Az told me not to use them. Blown it. Yeah. Oh, that's a challenge. 49.3. Got to dive a little bit longer and treat it like a continuous corner, like we're treating the Degners. This first corner here, see that line there? That was so much better. Even though we needed to smooth it out and smarten it up, that line, treating it as one continuous corner, was far better approach and progress through that corner. Oh, that was just a shame. We've just lost quarter of a second there. Proper shame. Get the car rolled through there. This is the problem when you got double ghost. It's the lead ghost you want to be watching. Yeah, this is in my own car, Az. Ah, you flippity dippity dog. Am I allowed to say I'm getting fed up with it now? It's borderline stuff, isn't it? We're driving along a knife edge here. We're trying to find those extra bits. Third might work, you know. It might not be a bad shout, that, Neil. So get down to first for this apex, second there. It might have the grunt, it might have the torque. We'll see. Let's do it. Let's give it a whirl. I mean, any suggestion is a good suggestion if we're stuck. So try and treat that as a... How did that stay on the track? Well, it didn't, did it? But that's got to be the line to take. One continuous corner. That's the way we got to look at that bend. Ooh, that's rubbish. feels slow. It looks slow because they're pulling away. Give it a whirl. And sometime in next Saturday I've got to fit the new brake mod kit and the throttle damper. So they've got to be done as well, and still be able to stream every night of the weekend. So we've got a busy weekend ahead, and my missus can't help me because of her condition. So I'm going to be Shanks's pony. I'm going to be stressing and sweating and swearing. I know I will be. Can you press full stop and enter, please, Green Sammy? I can't see your last word because of the love heart that's in my text box. It looks like, are you going to do a video on the moon? Ah, red. On the mod. I should do, but I don't really have any passion for Fanatec. But yes, I generally should do that, shouldn't I? How to fit it, what it gives you, what it benefit it gives actually. So it's a good idea, yeah. I do know a lot of people watch my last Fanatec video. But the Fanatec forum for the repairs or the fixes to the CSDD base has come alive this week. There's been plenty of chat and plenty of feedback from the guys, so Fanatec seems to be a presence still. I really don't know where they are on the sale and the bankruptcy thing, but the guys are still actively working, so this thing's still going on, it seems. But I won't be promoting Fanatec, I'll just be using Fanatec to draw people to me, I think. So yeah, I might do that. Although I'm not very good at making that kind of video. I'm pretty shocking actually. And I don't know what to do for future videos. My videos follow a set sort of standard format, and when it comes to freestyle blogging or making infomercials, that kind of thing, I'm absolutely useless at that kind of video. So I don't know whether to try and find an evening class or something to do digital media or how to make videos or something, because I need something. I don't want to say I need somebody to make my videos for me. I need to understand what I'm doing wrong and how I need to make a video much better than I currently make them when I'm using a camera and freeform stuff. It's like I'm pretty rubbish. Yeah, I've got loads of videos made that I've never released because they're wank. Excuse the phrase. They're absolute trash, and I don't know how to make them better. And I wouldn't release them and put them out because they're rubbish. The footage is all there. It just needs compiling and making into a final finished video, and I don't want to put them out because they're junk. The way I've made the video, the way I've spoken. No. For the last 6 weeks I've had this horrendous cough and this cold, and I've tried to make videos and I'm spluttering and coughing and choking away, and I can't put 20 sentences together in an hour to make a video. It's absolutely horrendous, and there's no way in the world I'm releasing them. I'm just not doing it. But all the footage is there, and I just can't bring myself to have me snotty and grisly. And no, the criticism I got last time when I put a video out for my monitor mounts, I don't want it. I really don't want it. I just don't. I just don't feel comfortable processing and putting a video out that's of that standard. I just think they're rubbish. And I've got to be my first filter, haven't I? I've got to be my filter of what's good or not. Because if I'm not filtering, I'm just putting out shit, then it's not good. But I need some help on video making, and I don't know where to get it from. Watch YouTube, they'll show you. No, it's not the kind of help I want. I need something practical about... Somebody's give me some feedback that says you've got to frame your videos better. No idea what that means. No idea. No idea. I've googled it, I've tried to find stuff about it, I don't know what it means. I don't know how to frame it better when I've got a camera on a stand and I'm just talking to a camera and I'm not... It's horrible. I just don't like doing it. So I've got to find a way of making myself feel better about it, and that way is with knowledge and making it look better and appeal to me. And if I'm not filtering that, it's got to be me that's the first filter. And if I think it's rubbish, it's going to be, innit? But you're right, others may not think it's right, but I don't want to take that risk and trash what I've built. Probably can't, but I've got a load of footage of me and JB at the car day I took him to. I sound like a knobhead in the cars on the video because the sound quality's crap, and I can't make that sound quality any better. Not release the video because the video quality is crap. In the car video footage of the drive, you've got the sound of this instructor, and his voice is terrible as sound level. So I either reduce the sound level so you can't hear him, and then you can't hear the car. Yeah, members only stuff I don't know. I've spent 6 or 8 hours editing the stuff, and it's just junk. I could cut the guy out, and then you've probably got about 20 seconds of driving from different corners, and it's just terrible. So I couldn't hardly tell him to say, I could hardly say when I was in the car, shut up mate, because I didn't hear the sound level of the recording and the voice on the recording. I didn't know it was going to come out like that. I thought we were just going to get onboard footage, but it's got the audio of me and them chatting, and it's not good. So people have probably been wondering why they never saw those videos. Well, it's just because they're crap. The quality of the stuff is just rubbish. And I put an absolute load of effort into the blogs when I went to Florida a couple of years ago, and nobody watched the videos a couple of years ago, and I really haven't been motivated to do any more because nobody watches them. So I don't know, I've got to get my head round and right. I'm about to go to US for 10 days and I want to blog it and show the stuff where I'm going, but I've watched people and I think, oh, it's easy to do that. And then I go out there and I try to do a video of the Mini, and I take the footage, I come back in to edit it all up, and I find out the camera's been pointing the wrong way, or my finger was over the lens when I was doing a certain bit and piece, and I've not pressed film, I've pressed photograph. And I come home and I've just, my head's in my hands thinking, what a waste of freaking time. No, I know, but I'm just so disappointed every time I come in with footage I've created, or what did I do the other week? I was doing some mods for this. I was putting the various mods that I put on this rig, and I haven't got a massive amount of room in this computer room. Oh, you chuffing knobhead. It came to making the mods, and you can tell that I'm not comfortable doing the footage and doing the filming. The lighting's terrible. I've got cable everywhere. I've got this thing in the back of my head that says I can't take footage with cables because all people will do is criticise the cables, and I just haven't done any. I just can't bring myself to do it. I've got either it's stage fright or it's just production fright that I'm not producing good enough material to put out, and I've hit this block that says don't do it. I can't bring myself to do it, and I'll sit editing it and I'll just lose interest and switch it off because it's just not up to a standard that I want to get it to. I just don't know whether I'm being too hard on myself. I don't know whether it's just that I need guidance. I just need somebody to point out and say, that's the right thing to do, that's not the right thing to do. That's how you frame an image. That's how you want your thing to go. There's so much to do. And when you look at people like Rory and Super GT, they've got it. They've had somebody, or they know what the right thing to do is. And I don't. I'm a 50-year-old knobhead who's just wandered around doing this and that and trying to get stuff done with no training whatsoever, and I just looking to try and get some guidance or somebody to say this is what you do or this is what you don't do. And that's all I want. I just want a little bit of help, and I don't know where to find it without searching through hundreds of hours of YouTube videos trying to find the right thing to do. I just don't know what to do. I'm trying to cross that divide from YouTuber who does a set feature routine to going that next step, and I don't know how to do that next step, and it frightens me. I'm scared to put out video that's not good, and I don't know which way to go. That's just where I am. I probably am being hard on myself, but I want to be successful, and I don't want to sit lounging around in the mid-pack just putting out videos for the sake of putting out videos that are actually rubbish. That kind of thing, yeah, but I don't know where to find one, and I don't know where there is one, and trying to get my schedule to fit one is just pain. Oh, it's just the woes of a working YouTuber. But it shouldn't be taken as negative. I want to do it the right way, and it's a learning experience, and I've got loads of stuff on the go, and shish kebab. I'm not holding content back from people. You're not getting content from me because it's crap. It needs to be good, and you'll get it when it's good. I'm not saying that every video I put out of the human comedy or anything is good, but it does what it's supposed to do. It's not produced very well. The quality could be better. The cameras that I'm using are cheap. They're 40-50 quid cameras. They're not the quality that Super GT's using, as in a high resolution SLR camera that's like 48 gig per frame. You know, I'm not on that kind of kit. I don't even use what are they called? GoPros. I use an iPhone. So, and the iPhone could be good, but you can't see yourself. Only on the selfie camera, and the selfie camera image, even on an iPhone 15s Max, is not as good as it should be. They say it is, but when you then put it into video processor and you look at it on a 4K screen, it's trash. So again, I'm probably overcritical, but I want high standards. I want to produce material that's good. I don't know what Udemy is. What's Udemy? Is that a web page? I've really gone off the boil on this test. I've lost it. The website. I'll have to look it out. I'll have to look it up. I've been ranting about not making good videos, haven't I? And rather than concentrating on what I should be doing at here. Last thing I remember is Az saying, don't change down to second in Spoon, take it in third. And I've not managed to hit Spoon anywhere near the ghosts. It's that because I've been ranting about my crap videos. Yeah, I'll check it out. Udemy. I'm miles away from the ghosts at this point. Both ghosts are really close. Schwonk. I'm done for the night. That's me. It's 5-2. Fed up with that last spin. Pushing too hard. I think that's me though. I think that's where I am. 11th place just behind Big Bad Barry. And Tuesday night, it's tomorrow night, isn't it? It's tomorrow night. So, thank you, Scamster. And Dorian. 11th place, 49.7. Let's just have a look, shall we? Let's set up for tomorrow night. There's 4 minutes to talk about it. It's the final week of Series 7. We have what button is it? Is it that button? No, it's not that button. It's not that button. It's... I need a controller. Difficult on the... I think my controller's flat. No, it's alright. No, it's not that one. This one. This one. Controller will go flat in a minute. This one. No. Gotta be that one. There it is. So Sam's done some impressive time stuff. Bits and pieces. GR4s. There we go. This is tomorrow night. So 5 races down. We're on to race 6. We can see that Sam is leading the GR4 championship by 20 odd points. I'm in second based on the 5 race results we've got. Triple is in third, 2 points behind. Seb is 1 point behind in fourth. Pirate Jim is a week down, but his results are real at 52 because he's got to drop a result. So, thank you, Scampy. So if we just take away my lowest result, which is a 12, that puts me on 54. If we take away Triple's lowest result, which is a 10, puts him on 54. And if we take away Seb's lowest result, it's a 10, so that puts him on 53. The actual standing for the league is 55 for 53, 55, 50, 54, 53, 53, 52. So that's how close it is going into tomorrow night. And it's at Watkins Glen Short Course. Watkins Glen Short Course is one of the most... Oh, my controller's gone flat. Hard-wearing tyre tracks there is. And it's also a penalty fest. So you've got Pirate Jim, who's on a front-wheel drive car that's got horrendous tyre wear. Seb can be immensely quick in that Mustang. Triple is immensely quick in that Mustang. But if you also look at Big Bad Barry isn't going to be in contention because he hasn't got 5 results. So tomorrow night is going to be immense. There really is 4 guys in for that second place battle. And if everybody turns up tomorrow night to finish the league off, it's going to be one hell of a fight. So I know my strategy. Dorian has worked on it effectively. We worked on it for a couple of hours the other week. It is going to be one hell of a go. But you can see the average on the right-hand side. Average per race, 13, 13, 13, 13. It is as close as it's going to be. As close as a season's ever been. So tomorrow night is going to be superb. Friday is going to be the final of the GR3s. And if we can see here, Sam is on 89 points again. Triple's on 70. I'm on 65. Big Bad Barry's on 65. Seb's on 53. But again, drop a single round. You're going to be... Triple's got to drop 11 points, so that's him on 59. I've got to drop a 12. That's me on 53. Big Bad Barry's got to drop a 10. That's on 55. Seb isn't dropping around because he doesn't have to. He's on 53. There's 4 players in there at that. But you've got Fat Man as well, who's going to drop a 6. So he's going to be on 45. He's a little bit way back. But if Fat Man has a really good race, he's up there. So both the GR4 and the GR3 battle for this week, coming to the climax, are going to be epic. So the last race at Interlagos in GR3, we've been there 3 seasons ago, and I won that race the last time we were there. So not saying I'm going to beat Sam, not saying I'm going to beat anybody, but I fancy my chances on both. The only thing is that GR4 race at Watkins Glen is going to be one hell of a battle. Penalties are going to be the one that really do make the difference. It's going to be hard work. But that's tomorrow night. And with that being the case, folks, it's back to work tomorrow morning after the holiday weekend. Thank you very much for everybody's support. Really appreciate it. It's good of you to be around. And we'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Thank you and good night. We'll see you next time. Tomorrow night. Turn that off. Good night, Sammy. Good night, Wilkie. Good night, Dorian. Good night, Scampy. Good night, Neil. Good night, Az. If Mariana's still there, probably not because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Who else is going to be on? Who was the last one? Az, Green Sammy, Streamlabs. No, that's it. Wilkie. Wilkie. That's it. Good night, everybody. Mariana is there, still in the early hours of the morning. Good night, everybody. Take care.